and welcome back. It is your girl Anastassja.Mariah, and I am back with another video. And in today's video, we're actually going to be doing this full beautiful face using products that are $10 or less. So I'm not going to take up any more of your time. Let's go ahead and hop right into it. What's up, y'all? So for brows today, we're actually going to be using the NYX or NYX Professional Makeup, the Brow Glue. And this stuff is really great. It retails for $9 at Ulta. We're gonna actually use that to hold the brows up, and then we're gonna go ahead and fill the brows in today. I'm going for like a little soft daytime brow, nothing too major. We're gonna fill that in with the Ulta Beauty Brow Powder Duo. I got mine in the color dark brown, so it has like a warm brown on one side and a cool tone brown. I really like this NYX Brow Glue. I will not lie to you, this has been one of my favorites since I purchased it, when I want to use something that's more affordable after I finished my Anastassja brow gel. I have very slim brows already, but this stuff really does work and hold them down. Very affordable, really good for the price. I'm gonna let this dry just a moment, and then I'll be right back with you guys. Alright, so we let our brows dry. So I'm going to go in with my Ulta Beauty Brow Powder, and I'm super excited to share some really good ones. This is a gem, like seriously. Especially when you don't want to do too much. They look a little dusty right now, I know. But once we fill them in and we get them where they're gonna go where we put them. It really does come together once you clean up your brow with concealer. It really looks like nice and soft. Alright, so to clean up the brows, we're actually going to be using two concealers today. The first concealer I have is the E.L.F. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I actually have this in the shade Deep Chestnut, and this retails at Ulta for $7. And then to clean up the top of the brow, this is the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. This is also retailing for $7 at Ulta at this time. Mine is in the shade 16.5. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the eyes. We're going to be using the Nudie Cutie palette today. It's a 16 color eyeshadow palette from LA Girl. I did purchase this from Ulta, and this retails for $7.99. Now, I was surprised when I heard $7.99. I know I bought it in some time, but I can't remember what I bought it for, but I just don't believe it was $7.99. Very pretty palette. And then I have the E.L.F. No Budge Cream Eyeshadow as well, that you can use this as a eyeshadow primer that they say. For me, I failed at it. You can use this as a liner, and I guess that's just like a regular shadow. I'll just use this as a liner. I'm gonna go and use the LA Girl Pro Concealer. This is $4.99 at Ulta. These have been around for a very long time. I'm just using the shade Fawn, and I'm just gonna use that as a primer on my eyelid. We're gonna go straight into the eyeshadow. I'm not gonna go over what colors I'm using or anything like that, but this is a really good palette, and you'll be able to see once I place these shadows on, like how good it really is. Really good for every day. Can't go wrong with an everyday palette. I'm sure many of us who love makeup, if we've been lovers of makeup, that we probably have more than one, neutral everyday palette. If you are more new to makeup, this is a great recommendation to start with. Don't want to do too much color. There are pops of little color in here. Some really nice formula on their shimmers. Something really soft, really cute. It'll look better when I have like the liner and the lashes on, but I want to finish this other eye off camera, and then we'll go ahead and line the eye with the E.L.F., the new E.L.F. cream eyeshadow. This is only $5, by the way. Ooh, my negligee was showing. But hey guys, I'm back. So as you can see, I did end up using the No Budge cream eyeshadow from E.L.F. in the shade Golden Rays. I created this little wing. Not too bad, but I think I went and grabbed the E.L.F. No Budge cream eyeshadow in the color Plateau, which is the brown that I told you guys I got. I think I'm gonna add that on the inner portion of the wing. And I really do like this as a liner, both of them actually. For $5, I'm not mad. For mascara, I'm using the Essence Double Trouble Mascara. This Double Trouble Mascara from Essence is $5.99. One side of the bristle is like for curling, and the other side is for thickening. Finally, we can move on to the damn skin. I did already moisturize and put on sunscreen prior to me even beginning this video. So for primer today, I actually am using two primers because I have dry combo skin. So for me, my combination area is my T-zone, and so I do get oily in my T-zone, and the rest of my skin is dry. For the T-zone, I have the E.L.F. Putty Primer, and for the remainder of my face, I have the E.L.F. Power Grip Primer. Now the E.L.F., I don't know if I mentioned that it was matte, but the E.L.F. Cosmetics Matte Putty Primer is $10, and so is the Power Grip, you guys. These two products together are really bomb, and people need to understand, at least to me, I think that people should understand that when it comes to mattifying products, and you know they claim that you're going to stay matte for however many hours, be mindful. Your natural body's production of oil, your natural oils are supposed to pop through. So when people be like, oh my god, I was still oily after 4 or 5 hours, like, it's kind of natural. Like, but are you as oily if you didn't use that mattifying product? You know what I'm saying? All right, so we're moving on to the remainder of the face. So I'm using the E.L.F. Power Grip. I also still have the E.L.F. Jelly Pop Primer, and I believe that's under $10 too. 2 pumps of that because the rest of my face is big as hell. But this definitely gives the stick. So for color corrector, I'm actually going to be using the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define in 16.5, the same color that I use to clean up my brows. I'm using today, usually around my mouth, my upper lip, a little bit on my chin, and like depending on if I had any recent breakouts, like my forehead I did. And this retails for $7. Moving on to foundation. In one of my recent videos, you would have seen me use the E.L.F. Flawless Finish Foundation, and I actually showed it in the Ulta haul. When I just recently went on Ulta and I wanted to add this to my cart just to tell you guys the prices of everything, this is $6, but I ended up getting this on Ulta.com for $3. Skin, but you guys, this is medium buildable coverage. It really is. It's worth more than what it's priced at, like, I promise you. It's really good. I brought out 2 options for like contour or bronzer. The E.L.F. Putty Bronzer is $7. I got mine in the shade Sunkissed, is the shade that I have in that. Another thing that I really like to use for like bronzer or contour is the LA Girl Pro Concealer. This is actually their darkest shade in Truffle. I really like this a lot. Sunkissed by E.L.F. sometimes, to me, I think it's just better to use on top of powder so you get the most payoff for your pigment. I think it's gonna be more pigmented on top of powder. We're gonna use both just so you guys can see. But the LA Girl is $4.99. If you are a beginner, however, just be cautious when you are using your cream products first. If you're new to makeup overall, I would say using like a stick formula is easier to blend out for you. The cream, you can get muddy very quickly, so I'm just going to show you how I would use it if I was a beginner. I still prefer to now use a sponge. All right, so I have 2 concealers today. You already know one of them, the E.L.F. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Deep Chestnut, which is a satin finish, $7. The other concealer I have is the Ulta Full Coverage Liquid Concealer. This is actually slept on and really good, like really good, and this retails for $9. I'm gonna let that sit on my nose and then use, oh, and then the color that I got in the Ulta Beauty Full Coverage Liquid Concealer is Tan Warm. All right, so to set the under eye area before we begin to crease, we're going to be going into the NYX Professional Makeup Can't Stop Won't Stop All Day Mattifying Powder, and I have mine in the shade Bright Peach. My setting brush from Morphe. For the rest of my face, we're actually going to be using the Covergirl Clean and Fresh pressed powder in the color Deep or 220. This is actually something that I believe I got from Ulta in store, but for some reason I couldn't find it on Ulta.com. But it is at Target as well, and this retails for $8.99. This is the shade. I'm going to use the bronzer next so you guys can see how that applies on top of, you know, products. So, and I love the sheen that you get from it, to be honest. Like, I like that. And I'm just going over with the same brush that I used for the under eye. I'm just setting the edges of that. I'm not adding any extra product. All right, so to set the cream bronzer by E.L.F., we're actually going to be going into a powder bronzer, and this is from Revolution, Makeup Revolution. It's the Revolution Glow Splendor Ultra Matte Bronzer. I got mine in the shade Dark, and this retails at Ulta for $6, the online price now. So just keep that in mind, it's $6. This has been on sale for a while, originally $12. I don't think it's going to go back up in price. Bronzify to catch Poppy's eye. Now I'm gonna go back in with my NYX. All right, boom. So all we really need to do now, I'm just gonna go ahead and straighten up my brows with the powder and spoolie them out, right? I'm gonna add some mascara to my bottom lashes, add some lashes, and then we'll be back with blush and lips and highlighter. So see you guys in just a moment. I went ahead, you can see, added the lashes to the eye. Okay, bada boom, bada bing. Hopefully they're both laid to where you can still see the liner. I just added the first transition shade to the lash line and added some mascara, and I wanted it to kind of look a little chunky, so that is on purpose. For blush today, we're gonna be using the NYX Sweet Cheeks Creamy Powder Blush in Citrine Rose. This NYX blush retails for $7.50, so we're gonna go ahead and add this blush to our cheeks. Add a little bit to your forehead if you'd like, a little bit down the nose. So for setting spray today, we're actually going into the Maybelline Lasting Fix Makeup Setting Spray up to 16-hour wear. It says it's a matte finish. To me, it just pretty much looks the same, and this retails for $9.99. And I have the NYX Control Freak eyebrow gel, so I'm gonna use that to just brush over the brows that I have, my powdered brows, and this retails for $7. For highlighter today, we're actually gonna be using the Makeup Revolution Glow Splendor Ultra Glow highlighter. I got mine in the shade Lit From Within, and Lit From Within at Ulta, and I believe 3 other shades at this time, are $6. I'm not sure what the original price is, but it's still under $10. Boo-boo. This highlighter literally has no kickback, no fallout. It's super, like, it gives you that wet look. All right, guys, I am back. And as you can see, I went ahead and added some little beauty marks to my skin. And actually what I use is the NYX Epic Wear Waterproof Liner. This actually, I pulled it up on Ulta.com. This retails for $10. So this is another item that's $10 or less that you can create, you know, your little faux freckles with or whatever. So I added those. You can always pat them down with powder if you want to, you know, to kind of make them look less. And especially if they're wet, you can use them to stamp. That makes sense. I think they're really cute. I love how they look. All right, so for lips today, we're going to be using a liner and a gloss. For liner, we're using the NYX Professional Line Loud Lip Pencil in the color Rebel Kind, and this retails for $4. It's on sale right now, but originally it is $8. And then we're also going to put the NYX or N.Y.X Professional Makeup. This is Milky Gloss. I have this in the shade Cookies and Milk, and this retails for $8.50. And I love this combo, you guys. Like this combo, it be giving, especially when you don't want to do a nice little nude lip. I love that liner. The color is dope. Y'all, look at this bead. Are we into it? Are we into it? Like, y'all, this is very much so. Let me zoom in so you can get into it. Girl. All right, you guys, there you have it. We have completed a full face of makeup using products that is $10 or less. But y'all, this face turned out really, really nice. If you enjoyed this video and you did end up taking down some of the products that I used and mentioned in this video, then definitely let me know in the comments down below. Let me know in the comments down below what you would like to see next, and tell me what you think. I really would love you guys' feedback. Let me know if you joined the family too. I'd really appreciate it, because if it wasn't for you, I really wouldn't be continuing on this journey. I was contemplating on, like, you know, just calling it quits after all this time. But anyway, I really appreciate you guys so much, and make sure you stay tuned for the next video as well. In the next video, you're actually going to be seeing my top 5 affordable foundations for dry combination skin for us brown skin girls, us chocolate women, us women of color. So it's definitely brown skin friendly and beginner friendly and affordable. So make sure you stay tuned for that video. But other than that, I'm gonna let you have the rest of your day. I thank you guys so much for staying tuned and sticking with me to this point, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.